We decide at the beginning of a year what our goals are and where we want to pour our energy in.
One skill set or one special challenge that you see right now in the Corona time where you say, oh, this will be important to learn and to get right?
Mm-hmm. So what I said before, to build relationships and really build strong relationships that also get you through a crisis is the one part. And the other thing is to slow down a little bit and be able to walk. I mean, what we saw over the last years, that as a startup, we had always this sprint. We were always running like at the top of our breath, and you can't do that forever. You can do that for some years, but you will lose your breath. And especially if you come at a point with some crisis that you have to face and you have zero energy left to get this additional workload done or deal with this additional problem, then it's really hard. So go from a sprint to a running. This is also, I think, something that we should learn as a.
It's a marathon, right?
It's a marathon. It's not. You can't go 150% all the time, and
it's a long series.
You won't have the energy left that you might need for harder times.
Beautiful. If you think of, I'm very interested actually 60% faster in your core operations. How did you do that?
Standardization, modularization. It's so beautiful to see. We have a very diverse team. So we are a building company, but we're basically a building company that combines everything that you do in building, from planning to wooden construction, electricity engineering, installations, all the things that are normally divided in different companies. And if you see a normal building project, you have the wooden part, you have then the installation, etc. But what you can do if all these people work together on one project and are really closely working together in one team, that's really amazing. So we didn't believe that at first.
Speaking of teams, we have one question from the audience. Do you use OKRs? So objectives and key results, I guess. So what is the goal management and performance system that you have?
Mm-hmm. So as a team, we decide at the beginning of a year what our goals are and where we want to pour our energy in. And so the last 6 months we decided we want to go for standardization, modularization. We need to be more click and play and more precise, and then we spread that over the different parts of the company. So we have the planning department that says, okay, if we want to do standardization, we might need standardized planning modules that we can just plug into into the plan to be quicker there. And then we have the electricity guy who says, okay, I might be able to standardize this and that. And so all the parts of the team come together under a bigger goal. And the way we do that is really, we decide on these goals together, and then we just go for them. And then after a month, we evaluate again, where do we stand, what needs to be done. We have something that we call a team cafe, which is basically an hour that we take every 3 weeks, where we all sit in the same room and we have a cycle. So I would tell people where we stand, what the problems are, what work went really well. And then every employee, from the managing director to the small electrician, has the possibility to say something and to express what he might see, what is important to go for, or what he would like to advance. And all the others in the team have the possibility to hear that. We don't discuss it. We never take a decision there or discuss it in any way. But just being able to say, I think there's a problem with the quality of our, I don't know, the others that hear that, they know that he thought about it and look for a solution anyway, if there is one, and if there is not one, you can't do anything anyway. So this is also one really powerful tool that we use, is the cycle where every one of the team has this possibility to speak their word.
Beautiful.
You want to make your sales more repeatable and reliable? Do you want to have less volatility and more growth in your revenue per month? At Strategy Sprints, we do only one thing: strategy in sprints. Strategy means having more revenue through a better offer. In sprints means having more energy in your team every week. Check out if your ROI is as high as it is for most service-based and online businesses and startups we work with, which is over 100%. You can see it in just 15 minutes by going to strategysprints.com/sales and completing our online exercise to know what your ROI would be with our accelerator program. We are ready to sprint. Are you?
One thing that you recently changed your mind about?
The Corona crisis. So, yeah, really, I mean, it is a difficult time that we're living at the moment. At first, it was mainly fear and insecurity that on our side, that because you didn't know, can we work? What is it dangerous for our employees? What should we do? And after some weeks, I really saw it as a big opportunity for us to self-sustained living, and this concept that encourage people to go for a more self-sustained way of life. This will be one of the main solutions after this crisis. So we really got together and said, okay, we will work out a way to reach more people with what we do. We will take this as an opportunity, and don't let our fear come in the way of growing. And yeah, this is something that I completely changed my mind about in the last weeks.
We currently coach a lot of CEOs, and we have this model where we say, okay, maybe you have to change the need or the avatar, so the client group, or the offer, or the price, or the channel of distribution. And some have to change even more, or even all of them. Did you have to change just some parts, some front-end parts, or even parts of the core?
We have more. So for selling our living units, one big part is the experience that we offer for our customers. And I'm really happy when we can reopen our hotel rooms, because the Wohnwagons that we have for test living, they are normally one of the biggest parts of our selling strategy, is that people go to one of these houses, that they can spend their holiday there, they can go hiking and spend some days there with their families and see if this living concept works for them. And that's not possible at the moment. So we tried to build a digital way of getting to know this, getting this experience. We did some videos and invited people with live chat and live tours through our wagon. It works, but it doesn't really work as well as going there personally. So I really hope that we can unchange that to really feeling it and really seeing it in the near future again.
We have a mastermind every Monday, and there are people from 3 continents, and they need to digitize their offerings. Some of them are companies that run events, live events. So currently, no flights, no events, and they have also to find some solution. And they are actually experimenting right now in our mastermind with virtual reality and Oculus, and etc. Did you try something like that?
We have one of our Wohnwagons that offers a virtual reality tour. One of our clients did the video for that. It's nice and you can do a lot of it, but it's so much different if you just go in there, if you smell it, if you feel it, if you have an experience for the room, how big it is, and if you can see the PV system and see what it does and how it works. Of course, you can do that from your app and from your computer, but living is something so personal and so close. We do a lot of our planning digitally. We always did. So most of our clients, they have one time in a Wohnwagon or at our production site to get the experience, get to know it, and then they can do all the rest. Everything is digitalized. So the whole planning, the whole searching for your right colors and etc. But completely without it, it's not the same.
Is there a question I forgot to ask you?
Maybe something that I didn't tell is that our business strategy is actually divided into three. So we don't only have the production that as a business unit, but we also do planning and consulting services. So this is a service company inside the company, and then we also trade. So our goal is to help people implement solutions for self-sustained living. So we show them with our Wohnwagon, which is kind of the flagship. But then also we consult, we plan, we coach with self-sustained living projects, and then we offer the products that you need to really implement them. So there are no more excuses. You just you can just go for it. And for us, this is divided into three business units. The strategy where one part supports the other also really helped us to grow organically. And so if one part grows, if we have more flagship projects that inspire more people, there will be more people coming to our planning department to ask us for help, and then there will be more people that buy our products. So thinking in circular systems, also in terms of business unit or business strategy, for us it worked a lot better than just focusing on just this one thing that you do very best. Some of our coaches said we are not focused enough on our USP, but for me it was just the opposite. That exactly this network and this self-supporting system helped us to grow with very little resource input, very low financing input so far, and
it seems like it's more of an experience and a journey where you can also use cross-selling and upselling around that, and to create experience from tasting to experiencing to buying to rebuying. So thank you so much, Theresa. We learned so much about your journey and what you do, and thank you for bringing something very relevant to the world. And I hope you pass by soon, maybe in 1 year, and you tell us what has happened in between and what your next steps are. And but tell the audience, so if they want to find your products, where should they go to?
If you want to find us, go to wohnwagon.at. There's also an English part of the website. Just click on it on the top and you will find the translated page. And if you have any questions, don't hesitate to contact us. I know the website is mainly in German, but all of our employees also speak English. So just get in touch if you have any ideas for your project, and if we can help you, we'll be happy to support you on your way to a self-sustained, more self-sustained, more natural living.
Thank you so much, Theresa, and thank you, everybody. Keep rolling. See you next week. Bye-bye.
See you. Bye.
We all know that working in sprints is better, but how do we know what we should work on? You're in luck, because we have a 15-minute exercise that will give you complete clarity on where to take your project next. Go to strategysprints.com/sales to complete our short exercise and meet one-on-one with an expert sprint coach to identify your #1 bottleneck. Hey everyone, I hope you enjoyed that episode of the Strategy Show. Make sure to like this video below and subscribe so that you can stay up to date with every episode of the Strategy Show. Get daily CEO tips from CEOs for CEOs.